They're going to potentially eliminate the spring portal, the winter portal, and make it just 10 days in January. Now, we are just talking about the transfer portal. We're not talking about messing around with the early signing day. All right, so hot or cold, this helps the Vols to eliminate a winter portal. Hot or cold? Hot being yes, cold being no. Brought to you by City Heating and Air Conditioning.
Well, winter and spring, by the way, because it would just be 10
Well,
days.
I'm going to start with just winter.
Winter, okay. Cold, because I think Tennessee needs the portal more than the other way around.
I disagree. I think it's super hot because they have to recruit so much out of state that it's tough to do that as much as, like, say, if you live in Miami or LA or Texas, it's tougher to do that during the season. So I think where it is now, I think the winter portal absolutely hurts the Vols. All right. So the next question, hot or cold? Hot, it would help the Vols if they eliminated this. Cold, it would have no effect or actually maybe even hurt the Vols. The winter portal, which is basically now.
Well, you just said the winter portal.
Well, no, I'm sorry. The winter portal. Okay. The spring portal, which is after spring practice. Excuse me.
Yes. I'm still cold. I think Tennessee needs the portal more than you do, but I'm still cold. And it's because of the way Josh Heupel doesn't evaluate talent while recruiting. So I'm going to go cold.
I'm cold on this, and here's why. I don't think it's fair for the player. I think if the player goes through spring practice and he realizes he's not going to play, he should be able to go. So for a totally different reason, Caleb, I'm going to say the opposite. I'm going to say that I'm cold on this, and it's because of the player.
Yeah. So we're saying it for different reasons, but we both agree it's cold. So, yeah. What do you make of my point, though, that because Josh Heupel misevaluates talent so badly on the recruiting trail, he needs the portal more than other coaches? Because he's not my theory is he's not evaluating guys properly out of high school.
Well, you've said that before. I'm not willing to go down that road. It's kind of like sometimes if you're unsure what you're doing in sports, you look like you play with lack of effort because you're unsure. And like, that guy's not trying hard. I don't know that Josh Heupel has had as many options in landing 5-star recruits, true chances to get those guys because it was a rebuilding program. Now, let's talk after this year. You may be right. Maybe he does misevaluate talent. Clearly, he's done so at the quarter position, but I'm not quite rolling on that level. So, are you hot or cold on just a 10-day portal, and that's it, that would be held in January? Hot or cold? Brought to you by City Heating and Air Conditioning, cityheatandair.com. Integrity matters. Over 50 years in East Tennessee.
Hi, Mike Davis here with City Heating and Air, reminding you to always dare to compare. Our team provides quality local heating and air service, installation, and maintenance across East Tennessee. We use only the best equipment like American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning for your residential, new construction, or commercial needs. Honesty, dependability, and customer satisfaction have been the cornerstones of our business since 1961. City Heat and Air.
There's your best. That's a throw spot. All right. Hot or cold? What are your thoughts on just a 10-day portal? Sorry. Jimmy Hobbs is going to join us a little bit later in the program than we thought, but the Hall of Famer will still be a part of the show. That's what I was confirming. Go ahead.
I'm hot on it overall. And I'm hot on it overall because I think it'll save Tennessee from itself, believe it or not, because I think, like I said, they will actually have to spend more time evaluating players. But I'm also hot on it because, Dave, I'll just say it. I'm hot on it for my own mental health. I don't have it in me to cover all of this stuff in December after the season ends, quite honestly. Like, I need college football to give me a break a little bit with all the new – like, you got the playoff, the portal, the coaching carousel, and the early signing period all in December.
Well, you can't continue to have the portal in December during the playoffs because just PR. Why does the NFL have the draft in April, have people reporting in May, have free agency. I mean, they've got something every month, right?
Yes, to keep
So
themselves
right
relevant.
now, college football is trying to do that. That's why the SEC media days keep moving up and up and up. They're trying to have something in every month, so they're a year-round sport, which is a challenge for football because you only play 12-ish games and always have. But right now, they've got two of their most interesting things logged together in the same month.
2? How about like 7?
Yeah, specifically
mean,
with the transfer portal and the playoffs. It just you're wasting one of your greatest things. Move it to January. So January is your transfer portal recruiting month. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree. And also, the schedule releases in December. Why not put that in May after the spring games? You know what I mean? So here's my calendar day. Let's think about this. Coaching carousel, you can't change, right? That's happening in December because that's when coaches are going to get fired and hired because that's the end of the regular season. There's nothing you can do about that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Coaching carousel in December, college football playoff in December. Fine. You're right. Portal in January. Signing day in February. And move it to late February. So like February is just a recruiting month. Wouldn't that be fair? Like the end of February?
Yeah. So you would move signing day to the first week of March?
Last week of February.
Okay. It's funny you say that. I was kind of going to suggest that, Caleb. We may be spending too much time together.
Yeah. Spring practice in March and April, right? NFL draft in April, which is kind of college related. May, schedule release. Everybody does the schedule release. June, month off. The college football world gets a month off. How's that sound for June? And then July, media days. August, preseason. Then the season.
So you basically got 1 month that's off. Well, June wouldn't be off. That's camp time. Actually, I think you've laid out.
You talking about recruiting camps?
Yes.
Oh, well, yeah. If you cover recruiting, you're not off on June. But I mean, like, I'm talking about from covering the actual teams.
I'm just talking about from generating interest. So,
oh yeah,
I think with the way you did, I think you actually did it perfect. January transfer portal month, February signing day, which would suddenly be more significant because kids typically go either early in December or they don't, or they just kind of bounce around and maybe don't go at all. So then you've got a little bit longer to go out and get guys. I like that. And then, so what would March be?
March would be just spring practice. You're covering spring practice.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. That usually bleeds over a little bit into April.
Mm-hmm. And then after it ends in April, you don't really do anything because the NFL draft is still college football related because you're covering your college teams in the NFL draft.
Okay, but I would have a spring portal for kids that showed up in spring practice and life wasn't good.
Okay, so, that's fair.
Yeah, I do want some sort of spring practice portal. So I'm not gonna go quite that far. So I think that I want a spring portal. So let's say that's May. June's football camps, July SEC media days.
May is also the schedule release. The schedule reveals in May.
Okay. I'm totally good with that.